It obviously makes you feel good when someone hits on you, right?
Yeah, it depends on the circumstances, I suppose. I was a little bit shocked, and I went through my tick box of like, what is he here for? Is he here because he wants to talk to, the rep that he sees? Is it because he wants to place an order? Or is it because he's interested in some product information? Like, I went through all the tick boxes, and then I got to the end, and then he was like,
I got a box to tick.
yeah.
Matty and Esther, who would have guessed their underage grandparents?
Welcome to Underage Grandparents. We're Matty and Esther Acton.
We became grandparents before turning 40. Yes, you heard that right. This podcast is about parenting through every era whilst trying to stay married.
Stick around, we'll make you feel normal.
To start this week's show, my beautiful, darling wife.
You've sprung something on me.
We haven't done Unhinged tips to stay married for quite a while.
That's true.
It was a very popular segment, went viral.
Yeah, it did.
A couple of months ago when we did it. And it was a couple who said that they don't argue about things that haven't been done in the house.
No.
They have an imaginary maid named Patrick. And
Yes.
whenever something's not done, they go, bloody Patrick.
So they're making light of it. They're trying to keep the mood up, even though they're saying, you left your shoes at the front door again.
So I came home from football training with our son Tuesday or Thursday last week.
Must have been Tuesday because I'd also been out.
And I walked in the door and I said, what are you doing? And you said, well, I've just finished cleaning the entire kitchen and now I am doing laundry. And it was said with a tone of, you are such a lazy piece of crap. I can't believe you don't do anything around this house.
Oh, you're waiting for a correction on that? I didn't feel like I delivered it that way, but that's how it was taken. Context to that, I ordinarily work from home, and I had been working at a conference all day for the Monday and Tuesday the whole day, and then I'd taken Eden to dance. So I hadn't been home to do anything.
You weren't wrong, all right? I take full responsibility. I left the kitchen in a state, and I ate lunch, and I left the mess in the kitchen, and I went straight into my office to finish doing the video editing and stuff I had to do. So yes, I did leave a mess. I will admit that. But then I ran out of time to clean it, and I went and picked up Xander, took him to football training, and then I'd planned to do it when I got back.
Yeah.
I was in the wrong. You did overreact a little bit. I removed all sharp objects from the studio before I said that. And I just thought...
So is that your unhinged tip? Make sure that you remove all sharp objects before you out your wife for overreacting?
No. I thought I'm going to dig back into some of the unhinged tips to stay married that we've been provided in the past, because one that came to me that I thought could have worked in that instance.
Okay.
Instead of us having a fight. Someone said, whenever a mess hasn't been cleaned up, in particular in the morning, we walk out and we look around the kitchen and say, holy shit, who closed last night?
Yeah.
They haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Because you remember that when you have your job?
Yeah. And whoever was closing was doing nothing, let's be honest.
Of course they were.
They were like, they'll fix it tomorrow. They'll mop properly tomorrow.
And you roll in at 6 a.m. and you're like, why would they not have done that last night? There's some other fantastic ones. Someone wrote, I once knew a lady who kept a red Sharpie in her car. She would remark price tags and make them look like they were half price. So when her husband asked, how much was that? She could say it was on sale.
I thought she was carrying it into the shops and marking things down.
No, highly illegal.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. That's so smart. I mean, I just shove them in the back of my cupboard and then cut the tags off before you get a chance to see. But
why would you need to do that? Everything you've bought has been on sale.
It was on sale, I know, or secondhand, as I always tell you.
Unhinged tips to stay married, and we need them. I know there's been a lot of people in the comments of these saying that's passive aggressive.
No, they've been saying like it's not a real relationship if you don't bring up issues, and some of the other comments on that were like, okay, so no one's accountable for anything. It's like, well, actually, we're all accountable all the time for the mood we bring.
Yeah, but let's call a spade here. Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to be accountable. We've got so many things in our lives. We just want to sometimes get through our day.
Yeah, and have a laugh about it.
Here's another unhinged tip to stay married. My husband and I rock, paper, scissors to decide who does every task that we don't want to do. We stand by the winner. Everything from taking out the rubbish to dropping off the kids when they've got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
Never.
There's so much that we don't want to do, though.
Of
We would
course.
just spend our life doing that.
Of course. Never ask your partner what they want for dinner. Just simply start cooking something and then gaslight them into thinking that they chose it. Just say, oh, honey, I'm making spaghetti because you asked for it.
That would work on you, but not me. Because I would always ask for Mexican and you would never cook that.
I do like Mexican.
No, you don't.
No,
I don't know why you always say that you do when it's like my favourite thing, and every time Mexican is even on a list that I suggest, it's never the thing chosen.
The reason I steered away from Mexican is because we over-Mexicaned for a while.
There's no such thing, Dom.
I could get back to Mexican.
Okay.
Also, too, just because I said once I didn't want Mexican.
Well, I'm
doesn't
going
mean
to
I always say
dull once. I'm going to cook tacos and say it was your idea.
That's like the time that I said couscous smells a bit bummy.
And you stand by that statement, though.
But now you tell everyone and you love to say it. You go, oh,
Because
he
they're
hates
like,
couscous.
oh, thinking about, if you guys come over on the weekend, I'm going to make this, and I've got this really good couscous recipe, and I'm like, Matt doesn't eat that. He said it smells like bum. Well, I don't want you to get there and be like, oh no, bummy.
Well, this one works perfectly for that very story.
Uh-huh.
We appoint the official spokesperson at dinner parties.
Mm-hmm.
So when we have guests over, only one person is allowed to tell stories.
Okay.
The idea behind this is there's no contradicting timelines.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I would agree with that. Sometimes the timelines and, let's just be honest, the facts differ between when you're telling a story because it's from your perspective and when I'm telling a story from my perspective. Mine has all the detail in it. Yours just has the vibe.
yeah, so you'll always be the spokesperson because generally it would be for like when people go, oh, we've got this thing on, but you guys can't come because you're busy. And then if two people go at the same time, no, we can make it. Oh, yeah, we are super busy. You got to make sure you got your story straight.
Yeah, I see.
You know?
Yeah.
So there you go. Unhinged tips to stay married. We absolutely love them. If you've got one, jump onto the Underage Grandparents podcast, Instagram page, TikTok, Facebook group is there as well. Please share them with us. Not those little things like, never go to bed angry.
No.
We're talking about the childish, immature, unhinged stuff.
So I wanted to ask you a question because you're the only person in this room who can answer it because it's about testicles and owning them.
Okay.
And our son keeps running out of undies and I can't keep up with buying him enough undies. I discovered that he wears them to bed. So he's wearing 2 to 3 pairs a day. He even packed himself a new pair of undies for sport the other day. He was changing into his sports uniform to play sport and he wanted to put fresh undies on. That's another story.
You're just going to get sweaty balls just where you
Totally.
ones you've had on all day.
Totally. But sleeping, he wears box shorts. He wears undies under them. Is that right? Is that normal?
No. To bed.
To bed, yeah. So he has said that your nuts can get twisted. That was his theory. But I've never heard of this and I don't have balls, so I didn't feel qualified to say to him, no, they won't. And then the next day he wakes up and it's like they're all spun around.
Now, hold that thought for 1 second. I don't know if people listening can hear this, but I think someone next door is getting a tree cut down.
Yeah, there's a tree lopper, yeah. And this is the moment they've chosen to crunch that tree up in those big machines. I don't think anyone could hear that.
I reckon you might, because I heard when I was editing last week, so you could hear a few planes go overhead. Anyway,
look.
it is what it is in our multi-million-dollar studio.
Yes.
He's obviously seen that on the internet because your testicles can twist.
Yeah, but I would have thought it would be more like when you're playing sport, not where you're sleeping in bed. I mean, how loosey-goosey are they?
Well, Tom Dearden,
I haven't seen him in a while.
who's a rugby league player.
Not yours, his.
I don't think people really cared if you clarified that or not.
Well, they'd feel sorry for you if I hadn't seen your nuts in a while, wouldn't they? If I was like, I haven't seen them in years. People would be like, oh, poor Matty.
They're so ugly too, aren't they? They were
I'm
really.
not going to say anything about it.
They were the last thing God put on man, I reckon. He'd had a long day And it's like he's just gone, oh, there's a bit of skin I've got left over here, and he's just gone, and just chucked them on. They can twist. I know it happens in sport. Tom Dearden, fantastic NRL player. Plays for Queensland.
Yeah.
One of his, I think, ruptured, and he got it taken out.
What does that mean?
So I think it got
twisted.
hit, and it swelled up, and he actually got it removed. So he's only got one testicle,
like a broken leg or something.
Yeah, and he was back like a couple of weeks later playing.
I've heard of people ending up with one ball before.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask our friend ChatGPT, can your testicles get twisted in your sleep? It's called testicular torsion, and it can happen during sleep, especially in younger males.
What?
Inside the scrotum, the testicle is attached to the body by a structure called the spermatic cord. Yeah, we know how they're attached. I have done some sort of training in that at school. And yeah, they must be able to, if you lie the wrong way, they must be able to roll around and get twisted.
Right. So I just need to keep buying him more and more and more pairs of undies because he's wearing 3 pair a day.
But I thought it was bum breathing, we call it. I was always taught growing up, don't wear underwear.
Don't wear undies to bed.
It was better for them.
Yeah. It's better for you in general just to...
air it out. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should you wear underwear to bed to be safe? My whole life is ChatGPT.
Yeah, it is,
by the way. ChatGPT says wearing underwear to bed doesn't really protect you from this.
Oh.
Testicular torsion happens because the testicle twists inside the scrotum due to anatomy, not because things are loose or outside.
Okay.
Underwear might give a bit of support and reduce movement slightly. So no, it doesn't help.
Well, you need to have that conversation with him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he will not listen to you either.
No, not a chance.
He might listen to ChatGPT.
Are you meant to wear bras to bed?
I don't think women want to wear bras to bed because they're uncomfortable. But Marilyn Monroe used to say that's why she had such great breasts, because she wore bras to bed and kept them sky high. And I'm going to say something unpopular. I don't like to sleep without a bra just because it feels too free. I feel like you could roll over and crush my nipple or something. I might be the problem. He's like me.
Yeah.
I have fear of things getting twisted and...
Titty torsion. You wake up, they'll be tied in a knot.
And we said we weren't going to talk about boobs this
I
week
know,
on the podcast.
I'm sorry.
And here we are again.
Sorry, guys.
We've gone balls and then boobs.
Sorry,
God,
I know.
we need to get out of the gutter.
Everyone's like, oh, listen to last week's episode, and now they're back there again.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a funny thing with kids and fears. Xander was also saying he won't swim in a pool at nighttime in case there's a shark in it.
Yes, and this was what was meant to be part of my segment that I was bringing that you have cancelled.
I haven't
which
cancelled
was,
you keep saying... Anyone who has been a regular listener to this podcast, Esther always does that. She doesn't prep a segment and then says that I cancel her segments, but you just haven't prepared it.
No, your mind don't get on the board.
And you say that all the time as well.
Anyway.
Prepare it for next week.
Okay.
Prepare it.
Let's talk about this right now. That's like an unhinged fear. If there is a pool or a body of water and it is dark, I always imagine that there's a shark being let loose in there. And I talked about this with our daughter-in-law and my sister-in-law at Christmas time, and it felt exactly the same. And then Xander said it the other day, out of nowhere.
How would a shark get into a pool?
I don't know, Dull. I thought maybe it was my age because of Bond movies. Is when they used to have sharks in a pool and they'd push the bad guy in and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was because the villain owned pet sharks.
Yeah, and they'd drop them into a pool and you'd be unsuspecting, swimming along, and then suddenly you're getting eaten by a shark. But I don't know. My uncle lived in this apartment building on the Gold Coast that had dolphins on the bottom of the pool that were in the...
Like a mosaic.
Like a mosaic, yeah. I hated even swimming over the top of them because I thought they were going to come to life as sharks and eat me. It's bizarre. That's what I'm saying. It's unhinged. It's not a real thing, but the fear is still there when you jump into a body of water that potentially a shark has somehow snuck there from the ocean.
That makes sense. I can't sleep with a limb hanging off the side of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
because I'm scared someone's under there and they're going to pull me under the bed.
Yes.
Now, if there is someone under your bed while you're sleeping,
You got bigger problems.
Exactly.
You got much bigger problems. Yeah, I know.
But it's like, oh, if I don't put my foot out, they're not there to murder me. They're just going to sleep there and then take off
They're gonna be
before
like,
I get up.
Damn it. All I needed was one arm to come out from the blanket, and that was my signal
All bets
for
are off.
murdering.
Let them live.
Yeah, totally.
Speaking of the Gold Coast, we were there on the weekend.
Yes.
You have been very busy at work. For those who don't know, Esther works in pharmaceutical sales. I am on the radio and I make my little videos on Instagram with my wigs and dresses. You have a proper adult job.
Okay, yeah.
So you run a whole business and you were at the Australian Pharmacy
Professionals Conference, yes,
Conference?
APP. It's the pharmacies, so the pharmacists and owners and the retail staff who work in pharmacy, as well as all the brands that you see in pharmacy are there. So the big drug companies and then everything you can buy over the counter. So it's,
you know who else is there?
who?
Your ex-boyfriend.
You and I have been together for 20 years, Dal. I don't think we can even say that we have exes anymore.
The boyfriend before me,
Okay.
everybody.
And how far before you was he exactly?
14 days, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was very little downtime.
I was a rebound.
Yeah,
A rebound she couldn't bounce off.
worked too well, that rebound, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
rebounded straight back into you.
So it's your yearly catch up with your ex-boyfriend.
No, well, I mean, he's there, I'm there, we run into each other. And what? And chat for 2 minutes. And is that the whole thing you wanted to bring up?
No.
Okay.
Who else? Something else happened there. We were there staying
You just
on the
made that
coast.
sound like I had an affair or something. You're like, something else happened there. I was like, no.
Well, maybe she
What?
did. No, you came home on the Saturday
Yeah.
and you
All
were,
the days blurred into each
You're
other,
pretty
by the
chuffed
way,
with
because I was so
yourself.
tired. Oh, what, the one time I get hit on in my life and I tell you and now it's got to come on the podcast?
yeah.
Yeah, excitingly for me, men in their 60s think that I'm in their league, okay?
Well, what? You're beautiful. Why wouldn't they hit on you?
What
Okay.
about it?
Like-
Is it because I bragged to you about it? Because I feel like I need to tell you when people hit on me because it's so rare that I'm like, I have to remind you once every 5 years that someone else would want me if
Honey,
you split up with me.
You don't need to remind me of that. I'm well aware. Do you know what the most common comment and message is that I get on my Instagram? And this is the tone, and people...
You remind me of my 10-year-old son?
No, people even say this to me when they see you. They go, oh, I saw your wife the other day. She is really beautiful. Now, I know what they're saying. They're not saying that you're just beautiful. They're saying it like, why is she with you?
They are not.
That's the sentiment.
That is not the
It
sentiment.
really gets, I get that vibe. I get that vibe.
That's just where you think it
And
comes from.
I agree with them. I do agree with them.
You don't tell me when people have made comments to you or tried to hit on you.
No one hits on me.
That's a lie.
No,
But anyway,
then don't get
I'm
hit on by
not that
women.
mature, I have to tell you.
No, it didn't bother me. I thought it was cute. It obviously makes you feel good when someone hits on you, right?
Yeah, it depends on the circumstances, I suppose. I think I was a little bit shocked. I'm used to having so many conversations with people when they come up to our standard APP and you're just having conversation after conversation. And I went through my tick box of like, what is he here for? Is he here because he wants to talk to, the rep that he sees? Is it because he wants to place an order? Is it because he's interested in some product information? Like I went through all the tick boxes and then I got to the end and then he was like,
I got a box to tick.
so I was just like, okay.
What did he say to make you realise that he was hitting on you?
His body language changed and he just started to look me right in the eye and was like, so what do you do here? What's your job? And just his tone and his body language. And I was like, oh.
I'm picturing him leaning against something at this point.
Yeah, the counter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's leaning against the counter. Chin,
And so
chin in hand.
Then my body language changed to like, you got to be kidding me. Like I'm wrapping this conversation up real fast, bro.
And could you tell when like you shut him down? Did he have that little look of despair in his eye?
He said to me, okay then, okay, I'm going to stop annoying you. Threw up his hands because I think he was like, okay, she's not interested.
Would you be more offended if a 20-year-old hit on you? Someone 20 years younger or 20 years
Well,
older?
I think I would say that that's a joke. The only 20-year-old guys who'd be talking to you would be like they've either got some fetish or some mummy problems, or they're like got a bet with their mate. There's no 20-year-old men who are interested in women in their 40s. It's just, and I think that's God intended it that way.
No, I think you're wrong there. I think every age for a man is open.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's not a woman that walks down the street that you're like, no.
I never think about that. I'm not open to that. I'm saying single.
Okay,
man.
if you're single. You're just looking for opportunity
I think
wherever it is.
I reckon. I don't know. I haven't been single since I'm 18.
Exactly what I'm saying to you. I haven't either.
But no, I know. And I don't care that he hit on you. I think good for you. That's the equivalent of getting asked for ID.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon? You're like,
yeah. Gives you a little pep.
still
Still
got
got it. Yeah.
Still got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Go home and tell my husband.
Yeah.
He better just watch himself.
Did scan his badge so I know what pharmacy he's from. No, joking. Joking.
But it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not...
People would slide into your DMs.
No. You know who hits on me? You know the most advances I've had? And I don't know what this says about me. Gay man.
They think we're in a lavender marriage, doll.
What's that?
That's where, like, someone gets married to, like, hide the fact that they're gay.
Well, I am very happy for you, darling, that you got hit on. You can tell
Thank
me. You should tell
Is
me.
this whole thing so that if people listen to this that you can get hit on a bit?
No, I don't want to get hit on at all. I don't want that.
Well,
I don't want that complication in my life.
excuse me, but someone tried to hit on you through our son. One of the moms at school, remember? Her son came up and said, a year 12 student came up to him and said, my mum thinks your dad is hot and she's single.
No, you are making that up. You've elaborated massively on that.
No, that is exactly what Xander told me that was said to him at school.
What's this mum look like?
That's what I said. Bring up her profile.
On a serious note, I want to cover off, and I haven't watched this yet, but I've seen a lot on it. Louis Theroux's Inside the Manosphere
Yes, I've seen a lot about this.
documentary. I have got for us here to quickly watch the, what do they call it, the trailer.
What would you say is the message?
I coach boys how to make money,
Oh, this is a nice spot.
how to be outside the system, how to be proper guys.
I was entering the Manosphere, a wild frontier of streamers whose behavior is reshaping the culture.
People ask me why Miami, and I tell them because if it was 120 years ago, I'd be on a horse on the way to California to dig for gold.
Whose appeal has proved irresistible to hordes of young fans.
15 is probably like your main demographic.
No, it isn't.
They hear that content, they think it's acceptable.
I'm doing it for money. I don't care about...
The morality of it. Do you consider yourself a misogynist?
I love women and I actually understand them.
You think you know better than they do?
They want a guy that can lead them and dominate them.
I'm raw, I'm not a puppet, I'm not controlled. I don't do this bullshit editing that you guys do, because I'm real.
Are you getting triggered?
So, essentially what it is, the guy who you would know about most is like Andrew Tate. A lot of talk about that guy, very toxic on socials. And a lot of these guys that he speaks to, Andrew Tate's not in it, but they're those guys online who are misogynistic. A lot of them say that they're in non-monogamous relationships, but their girlfriends have to be monogamous.
But we were talking about in the future that maybe there's a world where you would have more than one wife, right?
She understands that. She knows that could potentially come down in the future.
What do you say about that?
I don't know. He has said that in the past. I'll see when it happens. Like, I don't know how that will work. The thing is that I think...
But right now, it's not going to be anytime soon because I'm just so focused on working.
But it could happen, right?
It could, of course.
You can kick it down the road only for so long. You know, she's put 2 years into a relationship. At some point, those two realities will collide.
You know, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Like right now...
What does that mean? That's so avoidant.
It's something you never know, man. You can always change your mind down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll say, I only just want to be with one girl because the two would be too tough.
I think it plays into something that is in society at the moment, which is like there is a subset of men who feel they are judged, they're being oppressed by the narrative that's out there now, which is, don't kill women. And, you know, there's a lot in the media about that sort of thing and violence. And for some reason, these men feel like they have to push back against that. I can be completely honest with you. Anything around that I see online or that, you know, ever pops up for me, I don't engage with it because these people feed off that. I mean, they're feeding off rage, right? So they're trying to upset people in order to get likes and views. That's all they want. Anyone can be famous now. Anyone can build a platform and have followers. I don't think everyone who follows these guys agrees with what they say, but they're part of the problem. Because even if you're sharing it out of, look at this asshole, you're also perpetuating views on that sort of stuff. I saw a woman the other day stitch something, and I'd watched the longer interview, and this guy that she'd stitched, he's not part of that group of men, but he had said a couple of things in there that were maybe questionable, and what she'd done is chosen to take those 2 quotes out of it and stitch it. And what it doesn't help, because then people go and watch the videos, and then their algorithm sends them more of that. Yeah. And so this week, because I watched that stitch and then I went back and watched the interview that the guy did, I've been getting more stuff in my feed about it. The more you feed the beast, the more the beast has a voice. So I haven't watched the documentary, but only because it would upset me. I know that a lot of the stuff that's in there, you know, is designed to upset me. I haven't met anyone in my inner circles who speaks like that, and certainly not anyone we know would talk to their wife like that or subscribe to ridiculous ideas like that.
No. My fear with it and my problem is these guys do it to make money. Do they actually believe it? Some of them to some degree must, because, you know, I couldn't just pretend to be that character for the sake of a few $1 million.
It's for fame as well.
Yeah.
So it's to do with their ego.
Yeah.
It's about fame even more than money.
But
because I guarantee a lot of them are probably in debt.
Oh, of course, yeah. They're not what they say.
And the cars are leased.
I think what it is though is it's all fake, and they're the biggest predators, not just because of the way they treat women. They're predator to boys.
You have to have a conversation with our son about these things, though.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Even though I don't want to engage with any of it, it wouldn't hurt for you to talk to him about it.
They're predators to boys who feel ostracized. They're not necessarily preying on kids like us where he has a safe house, a safe home.
I know.
They're looking for those kids who might have not so great male role models in their lives, or they have things that have happened to them in their lives where they don't feel loved or they don't feel seen.
Abandonment.
They watch these videos, these young boys, and they go, there's someone who has given me a path for someone to look up to and someone who to be, where these boys that they're targeting need men. And when we say it's a men's problem, men are the main perpetrators to violence against women. Absolutely never going to go against that. But what men need to do to step up is, rather than go, well, not me and none of my friends, is we need to be more proactive. If we come across or know of these types of young men, boys, teenagers, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, who we know are struggling and could end up down the path of believing some of the absolute rubbish that these boys and men are saying, you have to find them and love them and give them self-worth.
Yes.
We need to be the providers of the right type of encouragement.
And role model.
Because they'll find it here on the internet.
Yeah.
And the outcome is not going to be great.
No.
You know, that's how we break the cycle.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big believer in not trying to fix a problem, in trying to actually cut it off early, with intervention.
For girls, young girls, the conversation is a harder one, to be honest with you, because you don't want to have the conversations with your daughter about her changing who she is so that she can keep herself safe. But it's necessary to have conversations with your daughter about the types of situations that can lead to bad pathways. And one of the things for me is that instinct early on that something's not right with the relationship. And that's something I'll talk to Eden a lot about, is her own instincts and how she feels. Because even if you can't put into words how someone is making you feel, if you know it's bad and if you know that it's dark, you cannot continue down that path. It needs to be...
You need to get them out of your life.
Yes. Because the further down the path you go, then when the rejection happens, the rejection stings them a lot worse than if it's in the early days. And it's dangerous. It's, you know, women, it's the men who are close to women that this happens to generally. It's not generally strangers.
Yeah.
It's someone that they're close to, and there would always be a lot of warning signs along that path. You know, red flags everyone goes on about right now. It doesn't even have to be something obvious. It can just be a feeling.
It's a always evolving conversation, and definitely one that we need to have. We're having them with Ethan when he was a teenager, how to treat women when he started going into the dating world. And even things like if girls are saying that they're into something, double check. They may not actually, they might just be saying that because they want to impress you or whatever, and then, you know, might regret it. Like
he's always been an incredibly gentle human being, and incredibly loving and sweet and kind and cared deeply about people's feelings. I didn't have a lot of worries for him in this way with relationships because of the type of man that he is and how much he, you know, I was talking to someone the other day about how much he loved babies from when he was tiny, and he'd like come and find me in restaurants and drag me to show me something, and it would be a cute baby. Like, he's always been like that.
Still, even the nicest of kids, you need to speak with them about navigating things like consent and stuff. And that is as simple as she might have been texting you on Wednesday saying that she was really into it, but then Saturday, when it comes down to it, she might have changed her mind.
Yeah.
That's confusing for a boy, but he needs to understand, like, it can change to the second.
Yeah.
You can be starting and they might go, actually, no, I've changed my mind, you know?
It's terrifying. That we have to have these conversations more than anything.
Completely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
And I'm not saying he wouldn't understand that, but,
no,
you know, and I always use this term with people when I talk about how we raised Ethan into teen years and stuff, being disgustingly honest.
Yeah.
So, like, if something seems awkward to talk about, 100% you got to talk about it. And if they go, no, continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Continue talking about it.
Yeah.
We've probably run out of time for today.
We probably have. We had like 4 other things on the board.
But we will save them for next week. And you feel free, my honey, who I love so very much, to plan that segment that I apparently keep ixnaying. Okay?
Cool.
All right?
Sounds good.
So Esther's Unhinged Fear Files back next week.
No, because now we've used the one I wanted to do. I'm going to have to go back and plan something else.
Find another one.
Sure.
If you want to join the conversation on anything with the show, we love hearing from you. Please get onto Underage Grandparents Podcast Instagram. Our Facebook group is there as well. We will see you for another week next week.
Bye-bye.
Stay away from those 60-year-old men, my darling.